Hello, I'm Michael from Ivanhoe Cycles. I'm going to be showing you the basics of a V-brake system on the front of a bicycle. There are a few different components that you need to be aware of. The brake lever, the brake adjustment at the brake lever, the outer cable, the inner cable which runs through the outer cable up to the brake lever here. These are called V-brakes. You've got one arm each side which are located to the front forks. You've got brake pads either side. There's a locking nut here which bolts onto the cable. The small rubber boot that you've probably noticed on your bicycle stops water going up inside the cable. Okay. That's what a brake cable looks like when you buy it. A $6 brake cable like that. That's what brake pads look like. So in adjusting V-brakes, you want your lever to move from a comfortable position to a comfortable position for you. The point where the lever starts at can be adjusted on most bicycles via a screw underneath or in the front side. Where the lever ends up on a brake pull must be somewhere where you can exert force on it so you can stop the bicycle. If it's anywhere other than that, come and see us and we can adjust it for you, or watch this video and learn how to do it yourself. There are two main points of adjustment on a V-brake. One is the bolt that does major adjustments on the cable. The second point is the barrel adjuster at the brake lever. When you pull the brakes, each arm should move at the same rate, should come and meet the rim at the same time. See how both of these move together? If they didn't move together, you can adjust them either side via the adjusting screws. I'll put this out of adjustment so you can see what I mean. So I've wound that adjusting screw out. Now when I pull the brake lever, see only one side's operating? That's when you get the noise of your brake rubbing on one side. The adjustment screw adjusts the spring by this spring. That spring pushes away. The screw here, by moving it, adjusts that spring in or out. That's better. These V-brakes are now out of adjustment. The lever's going almost all the way to the handlebar, which means there'll be no braking until it gets there. There's two ways to adjust this. If you're out on the track, you can wind the adjustment barrel. As you wind it out, it pushes the outer cable and effectively pulls the brakes together. Now you've got about half a lever movement and you'll get braking again. If that's occurred, either the cable's stretched or it's fraying, braking inside, or it's slipped on here. So just be aware with your braking that nothing like that's occurred. If it's come loose here, you'd use a 5mm Allen key. By undoing the Allen key, the cable's now free to move on the brake arm. By pulling it in and just holding your hand against it and locking the brake up again, locking the bolt up again, now the brake's fully in. So if you wanted to remove your front wheel, you'd have to disconnect the guide or noodle from the brake arm. It's a simple case of putting a thumb against the brake arm, 2 fingers inside the noodle and a thumb on the back of the noodle. You do this so you can direct and guide it around. As you push that in, you just clip the holding device off and the brakes will open, thus allowing your front wheel to come out. The other thing you can see here is the front surface of the braking pad. It's worth looking at that every now and then and seeing if there's any aluminium stuck in it or little small pieces of stone. These will wear your rims away really quickly. To hook it back together, again, 2 fingers inside the noodle and a thumb on the back of it, 1 thumb on the back of the brake arm, pull it together and clip the locating device back on again. That is the easiest way to do it. I see a lot of people trying to just pull it off just by pulling that way. you've got no direction and you can't actually unhook it. You really need to put the 2 fingers inside, 1 thumb on the back, so you've got direction of the noodle. Quite easy that way. Always remember to put the rubber boot just back on the end of there. What that rubber boot does is stops water going up inside the cable and rusting or, causing friction in the cable. I'm going to show you how to remove a brake pad and replace it with a new one. The first thing you would need to do is unclip the brakes and open them up. Most brakes are either a 5mm or a 6mm Allen key. Some are also a 10mm spanner. I'm just going to undo this brake block. Now there's several parts on the brake block when you undo it. There's a nut, washers, conical washers. These all allow the brake block to move around and go flat against the rim. So here's some new brake pads here. When you put the brake pad in, make sure on the inside there's the 2 conical washers which allow it to rotate and move around. So to put a brake in, put it inside like that and then pull the brake lever. That holds it still for you. Doesn't really matter how long this bit takes me because I'm out of shot. That's okay. Alright, so put these on in order. Thanks. So the brake pad's staying there because I'm holding the lever in. Just nip it up a little bit. Now if you keep pushing further, the pad may turn. So at this point, just grab hold of the pad and lock it up. That's a pad replaced. When you look at it on the rim, it should hit the rim flat along the rim. That's good. It's actually not a difficult task. You could try yourself, or you could come into one of our lessons and do it with us. Thank you for watching.